Hello, this is Svetlana Shapitsina, and this tutorial is about Angular directives. I'm using WebStorm remap shortcuts and autohot keys during my work. All my WebStorm settings you can find at my video description on YouTube and download. In our real estate website, first of all, we use Angular directive for displaying all information about one listing. It's our SV listing sale, and inside this directive we created another one for displaying each section for this listing, and it's our SV listing display slider, and all we need to do is pass a title, information about listing that we take from our database on Firebase, and here is our houses, and we are interested just in one house one, and we take it like an object. I click Alt B from this directive, Alt C for open controller, and here is our path to Firebase, where we take our house one like object. And when we put cursor on our directive and click Alt B, our controller for directive will be open. I will move it here. All we have here in properties, it's title, description that we add just in one place for first section. We have information for each directive, and initially open property that we add also only on for first section. It means when we open our view or reload page, first section always will be open by default. And when we are in controller and click Alt V, our view for directive will be open, and you can see that we created design with functionality in one place for each section. Here is our method for toggling our panel. It's like works, and also we show and hide different buttons for different states when we open our section. And here with ng repeat we display all information that we take from database. For example, for kitchen we have 4 lines to display, but we would like to display it in 2 rows, so we use this trick with ng hide on even and odd. And when I delete it, you will see that without this approach we will have all information passed just in one column. It will be repeated in both columns, so with ng hide on odd in even we have possibility to divide in 2 rows. And this is our directive for displaying listing, and we have all information in one place. We can add it quickly. It's very we don't need to do it on each iteration like it was before. With Ctrl+8 I can show it on history like it was initially. It was in one place and it was very inconvenient. And also we created a form for adding new listing, and here we use the same approach. We have directive for displaying all our form. It's SV add listing, and for each section we created another directive, SV listing add slider. With Alt B I open it, and we can compare both. Here we have additional property transclude true and replace true. How it works? when I open view for both directives, you can see that for this form, our collapsible content is not unified. So in this case, we add a div to our panel with ng transclude, and it gives us possibility to add information inside our directive. We didn't do it in previous view. And inside this directive we use another one. It's for displaying our input. For each input we have svtxt directive, and we also have to pass only title and required. And I will click Alt-B to open it. And here inside constructor we use not template URL, just template, where we define all functionality for our input in one place. And on scope we have form-like object in order to get all properties, to have possibility to get all properties for form, like dirty in this case. We have title, we have a max length object, and required. You can see here that for this input I use ng required, and it will work only if I add it on using directive. And if I add some text here, you can see that a restriction applies, maximum length, and for our text area we created a similar directive, sv area. Alt-V, it's the same approach, and we also have restriction for max length, but different. And we also created directive even for our buttons, button add feature. It's also similar functionality. And in each our directive, for example for input, we created functionality for validation in one place, in one directive. We have everything. We also for a maximum length, you can find all here. And also we added on scope property title cap, and we have possibility to change it to uppercase, and it doesn't matter what case you use, it always will be displaying with uppercase. And also with name ID on scope we take our title and create name and ID for each our input or text area or button. And how it works I will show if we inspect our element. You can see here that it has ID street and name street, and we defined all functionality in our template. Here is our name and ID. In this case we pass just the same property, name ID. And for example, if it's for example property type, inspect element, input, name property dash type, and ID property dash type. So with this approach you don't need to worry about adding name and ID to your input or button or text area. And also about replace true. When we open our view for one listing and inspect our element, we are here. That one. Here it is. You can see all our directives name, and we will open here. Here, it's like initially looks like, and when we open our form and do the same, inspect element, you can see that the difference like this, that here we have just div. It's possible because we use replace true, so we replace name of our directive just with div. And if I add the same functionality here, like this, save, and open listing, you can see that here we have also only divs, and all our names for directives are hidden. So we can tell that with using Angular directives for displaying section for our views, or even form element, we have much less code to write, and the main convenience is that we have one place to change view or functionality if we need to do this, and also we have possibility to create automatic validation for our form elements in one place, and it's much better user experience because of consistent site-wide form treatment. And that's it for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.